trying to get my little DJ going, but you know what? I'm just keep it moving. I'm gonna just keep it moving. I ain't gonna. Hey, the Radical Wealth Challenge. How did that pop up there? I didn't do that. Anyway, hey, how you doing, Nakia? Nakia Designs. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to come to you today. Guys, I have a Radical Wealth Challenge that's taking place. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. I'm laughing because my office is a mess. And there was this advertisement the other day, and it was so cute on YouTube. And it just talked about how people clean up that one little space when they go live, and then the place is a mess. And it was a really cute commercial. Anyway, I digress. I'm here to talk about money. I'm here to talk about how to get your money, how to get your life, because at the end of the day, I had a hectic day. I had an extremely productive day. I help people get to the money. That's what I do. I'm the money girl. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Coach Marie Nisi, a radical wealth building strategist. I'm the founder of the Black Millionaires Matrix, which is a wealth building platform designed to unapologetically engineer Black millionaires. So for those who really want to take their level to the next, take their business, etc., to the next level, you can join the Black Millionaires Matrix. We just renamed it to the Black Millionaires Matrix because I wanted to be real clear on who it's for, who the target market is, and I don't think you get no clearer than that. However, listen, any and everybody is welcome to be a part of the Black Millionaires Matrix, but the Millionaires Matrix is designed to educate our people on who the heck they are and how powerful they are. And then it's to help us to understand the game that's being played in America. You know, it is what it is. It's a lot of rules to building wealth, and we're not giving the rules. And I'm going to just tell you guys, OMG, I was so excited this morning. I was so excited. I just wanted to go on live because, you know, yesterday I talked a little bit about what you do, what you can do, this, that, and the third. And I talked about building a business and I gave a little snippets here and there. And I kept going back to why you need a coach, right? Because I'm a coach and I have a coach. I have 5 different coaches. And one of my staff members was advising me that, you know, I need to really break down why you need a coach. So, but I think on some level, most people know that in order for them to take their lives to the next level, they need help, right? We need help. So, I mean, even from the time you're in school, you have a teacher. Then from teachers, you have professors, right? And then at some point, you attract, hopefully, a phenomenal life partner so that you can have help in your space of just living life and building, etc. And we all know, we all joke and we say, look, if Oprah showed up and said, girl, you need to do this business, or we going to do that business. If Warren Buffett showed up and said, you need to buy this stock or you need to take this trade, or we going to take the trade, we going to buy the stock. So at the end of the day, we innately, we know that we need a little help. We need a little push. I'm trying to figure out why so many of us don't get on that bandwagon. Real talk. I talk a lot about the energetic equation. I talk a lot about, you know, how we create our destinies based on our belief system, based on our conversations, based on the people around us, based on people who are feeding life into us or not. I talk a lot about that. Hey, DJ Kerr, how you doing? So at the end of the day, we get to choose. And then you got to ask yourself, what are you not choosing? Because a lot of times we don't choose things that will serve us. I remember, I'm going to go back to my credit repair days, right? Because inside of the Millionaires Matrix, for people who become members, you have access to having your credit restored, you know, as part of the membership. And we beastie with the credit thing, right? But I remember when I first started that journey, I didn't want to pay. And just think about it. I want you guys to think about how powerful it is for someone to restore your credit to excellence, right? Where you can now walk and get the best interest rates. And I mean, life is just a whole nother game when you have excellent credit, right? You can leverage your credit to get stuff, right? To even get money, other people's money, right? They trust you because you have good credit. So the game has changed so much because now if you have people around you who are cleaning your credit or restoring your credit, if they don't know how to go in and get it out of all of the places where they store information, a lot of these banks now are real smart and they can figure out, oh yeah, you had your credit clean, and they give you a big fat denial. So you need to be with team excellence. Okay, you need to be with a team that knows all the little crooks and crannies of where your information is being stored. But I'm going back to my original comment. When I first started the journey of having my credit repaired, restored, whatever you want to call it, re-engineered, I was always trying to get somebody a $300 or $400 holler, $500 holler, right? And in part because there were a lot of people running around saying they could clean credit or restore your credit or get whatever it is supposed to be there off, or maybe some stuff that is supposed to be there, but you like, Lord, please help me. Can we get that one thing off my credit so I can have that really great credit score so I can get the best of the best of the best interest rates? Well, it wasn't until I leveled up and I paid somebody almost $5,000 to help me with my credit that my credit was off the hook, that my credit was boom, 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 boom. And I say all of that to say that a lot of times we don't want to invest in ourselves, but we want the end result. We want everybody to give us something free. And I'm going to tell you something else people used to say when I was younger, and I didn't get it, but I totally get it now, right? I was in some network marketing companies. I built some pretty big teams. I was on the leadership boards and yada, 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 right? And so I remember one time one of our RVPs came into town driving a nice Jag, blah, blah, blah. And he took some of the leaders out to dinner. And I remember there were some people sitting there saying, well, he should pay for the dinner because, because of me, he made money, which was true, right? Because in network marketing, there is a hierarchy. And for those of you who know and understand network marketing, it's not a pyramid. It's a powerful way to make some money if you understand the game, the dynamic, right? If you're that person. Otherwise, you kind of fall in the 80% who probably don't make no money, right? But you really want to be in that 20%, preferably that 1 to 3%, just like in corporate America, right? Anyway, so some of the energy around the dinner was he should pay for everything. And I said, well, this man travels and he has teams in a lot of different states. And if he's going to all these different states and he's having dinners with his leaders, that could be very expensive. And I didn't know how much money he had. I didn't know what his gross sales were, what his cost of goods were. If he had a traveling expense, didn't have a clue. But what made sense to me was he can't just pay for everybody's stuff. Like, it's just like, to me, it is what it is. But now that I am an entrepreneur of 26 years and been self-employed, I get it. Because I pay for a lot of stuff for a lot of people around me. And the bill, trust me, them little $200, baby, they add up. Oh my God. Like, you look up 10 grand, boom, it's gone. And you be like, what did I buy? And you know what you bought. But, at the end of the day, money moves fast. Money moves fast. So today I'm here to talk about some of the things that you need to have the success in your business so that you can go to the next level. Okay? So that you can go to the next level. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us, we don't know. One thing you need. Now, y'all already heard me talk about the coach, right? I know y'all probably think that I'm going to say that's the number one thing because I'm a coach, right? Believe it or not, that's not the number one thing. It's up there. It's up there. And I'm going to just get that out of the way. And these other ones, I didn't put them in like a hierarchy of order. I'm just telling you what you need. And then I'm going to give you that number one thing that you need that makes the total difference in your world, in your life, on every level. If you get this one thing right, I promise you, you will have a thriving and exceptionally awesome business, profitable business, profitable life. And I don't want to say, I'm going to say abundant life, because this one thing, OMG, if I understood this in the capacity, this one thing I'm going to share with you, if I would have understood this in the capacity that I understand it now when I was first coming along in business and in life, period, as a young woman trying to find a way in the world, my life would have been totally different. I have a felony. I I have a felony. And, you know, and I'm going to say this about my felony because I'm not trying to discount anything or, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to say this. Everything happens for a reason. You know, I'm not the kind of girl who's out here trying to do a bunch of dumb stuff that would have failed me. I was not. However, I knew that my business partners was up to some shenanigans. I just didn't think it would have anything to do with me. Again, I'm going to get back into that conversation a little later, but let me just stay on task of what you need. Now, part of what you need has a lot to do with what you want, okay? So if you're anything like me and you want to live in a space where your movements are, well, you're just free to do what you want to do, right? Where you can just live life on your own terms, where you can just show up when you want to show up and show out and do the things you want to do. You need a real system in place. This ain't the number one thing, y'all. I'm just giving y'all some things you need. You need a system that helps you to create the business environment that you want so you can thrive. A lot of us, especially people who look like me, we work way too hard. And our bank accounts don't reflect the amount of work that we put in. But this is what I know about, you know, my wealthy friends. And I like to put myself in that stage, in that space where you are, you're working less and you're earning more. A system helps you create that. And I'm not just talking about sales and marketing. I'm talking about every system in your dynamic, from the system of what you do in the morning. You need a system. You need a system. You need a calendar that keeps you accountable. You need a team that's part of a system that keeps you where you need. That keeps you. I just use the word accountable, but for lack of a better word, this is what I'll tell you. This is what I know. A lot of times we don't hire people because we think we don't have a budget. But when you work with someone like me, I show you how to create the budget. I show you how to literally create, is what I call making money out of thin air. Leveraging your intellectual property. Understanding the assets that you have. A lot of times we don't understand the assets that we have. And it took someone to take me by the hand and show me. Oh my God, I was living in a way where, I don't know if you guys have heard me tell a story. I had a business partner stole all 6 figures, $122,000. It was in the account one day, a couple weeks, week or so later, it was gone. I said, well, what happened? You know, so I was able to hire a business coach during this time. During the time now, I'm at the time I was queen of the Double Digit Comedy Club. I wasn't Coach Manisa yet, right? So I was queen of the Double Digit Comedy Club. And I'm thinking, how can I hire a coach and I'm a coach? You know, how can I, mean, real talk. It was like, you know, chatter in my head. I didn't know no better. Don't judge me. You don't know my life. Don't judge me. But anyway, so I hired a coach and I was scrambling, you know, to get this money together. So the following month, I was able to pay her $10,000. And she was like, how'd you do that? You just had, you know, 6 figures stolen. How'd you do that? So I had to explain a little bit about my life. And some of you guys know I'm real big on investment strategies, right? So I was able to pull some money and do some things and make it happen. At the time, what I wanted to teach online, she was like, no. You need to teach that. You need to teach how to show people how to literally create money out of thin air, put it to work for them so they don't have to work so hard. So in the off chance that something like coronavirus happens, and this was not planned by no stretch of imagination, but I'm just flowing from the heart, real talk. And from what I know, it's like then you're in a position to be okay and enjoy whatever is going down because you're in a house, your mortgage is paid, your insurance is paid, if whatever you're trying to do, you good. And as a matter of fact, you're probably saving a few dollars because you ain't really out in these, you know, you ain't out like you usually are, whatever. But anyway, but you need a system. System save yourself time, energy, and money. You need a team. Gotta have a team. You gotta have a team. You gotta have a team. You gotta have a team. I don't care if you just have one virtual assistant that you find on Fiverr, that you find on Upwork. And I'm going to tell you something about being creative, right? There was a guy, I don't remember his name, began with a T, really, 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 really powerful guy. He does a lot of energy work, yada, yada, yada. I watched him when he first came on live, when he first came online. This was probably like 2008. He did not have a lot of money, but he knew that to make money in the internet game, he needed a copywriter. And he didn't want just any copywriter. He wanted the best copywriter. And copywriters were charging like 20 grand. I think they charge like that now, right? I've been so blessed to have some phenomenal copywriters around me. But anyway, this guy, what he did was he got creative. What he did was he wanted a good graphics guy and he wanted a good copywriter. So he summoned or had conversations, I ain't gonna say summoned, had conversations with some very key individuals who are at the top of their game, not in the middle, at the top. He laid out his vision, what he wanted to do, and he asked if they would basically take a third of his company. So they would split whatever he was going to do times 3, right? He didn't have to give up that much, but that's what he did. He was being creative. They wanted to make a boatload of money. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Another thing that you need, and this isn't number one, but it probably is right up there with number one, is you need to have the mindset to move forward to, like my girl Lisa Nichols says, with knees knocking and teeth chattering, you're biting your nails. I think Allison, she added that to it. Listen, you gotta have a fearless mindset. You gotta have a I don't give a F attitude. Now y'all know I'm radical. I ain't really getting too radical on you right now, but I'm radical. And one of the things that one of my mentors / coaches was telling me about my brand, you can't give an FUCK with nobody thinking. I do not. My place is a little messy. I'm not even scripted today, but I like to be a little bit more with my notes and this, that, and the third. But I'm going from my heart and from what I know. And if you rock with me, you rock with me. If I'm a little bit too all over the place, it is what it is. Come back next week, it'll get greater later, right? I'm here to help you up level, right? I'm starting my challenge. It's called the Take the Radical Wealth Challenge. I'm starting it August 7th, which is next Friday. There is no link. There is a link here. I don't know how it got there. I guess my team may have put that there. I don't know. But you can go and you can't, if you signed up right now, it's going to be a little bit more than what it's going to be because it's so insanely cheap. I'm going to just use the word cheap. Because I just wanted to offer something for 7 days for people to rock with me. I want to have a little skin in the game. And, you get to know me, like me, you get to see what I'm, what I'm manifesting for people who look like me and want to be a part of my tribe. Because this has been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. So let me continue with my list, right? Yesterday, I talked a little bit about having and understanding how to start, own, and operate your business as a business entity. I didn't get that deep into it. I kind of, talked a little bit this, a little bit that. But let me tell you something. When you set up your business correctly from the beginning, okay? I have Instagram over here. I have Periscope over here and Facebook and YouTube. So, it is what it is, guys. Listen, you get to play the tax game a different kind of way. Meaning you get to do a lot of things for yourself that are totally, you can write them off. For all of the internet marketers who are out here, who are the brand, like you're the brand, you get to your hair done, your glasses, your nails. Because see, now this is part of the business. You got to be right. You got to travel right. You get to travel how you want to travel, but you can do it in a way where you get everything is sponsored by your corporation, down to where you live, how you live. It's all in the paperwork, and it's all in the positioning, and it's all in how you say things. Let me tell you guys, if you don't know, okay, I do funding for entrepreneurs, right? This is my day job, right? The things that I do. Well, I'm self-employed, but this is what I do, right? I help people get money. I'm all in the credit world, business world, leveraging credit. That's my thing, right? I'm kind of, turning that card over to just do the coaching thing. Because when I can coach you, whoo, baby, listen. See, it's one thing when you pay me as a consultant. It's another thing when I get to coach you, baby. Listen, it's a whole nother game. Because now, oh, you got to do what mama said because you're paying me. And we want a result. I don't want your money. I want your result. I want your success. I want your testimony. That's what I want. That's what I'm living for. I'm living for that. And I'm really, 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 really good at what I do. So at the end of the day, listen, it is what it is. So, but when you set your business up and you understand how to do certain things a certain way, oh my God. But let me get back to what I was trying to say. I kind of digressed a little bit. So I was doing this business loan and I had this gentleman on the line and I hated I accidentally record. I was trying to get more room in my phone. I didn't even need the room, but whatever. I didn't know it at the time. So I was going through deleting stuff that, I felt I'm not going to pay, whatever. I don't need this. This guy was on there talking about how I may not have deleted it, but I think I did. I'm going to go through my phone and see if I can find it so I could play it. Somebody's car is... somebody's car is going off, and you know what they said about when people steal cars? They said when cars do that, don't nobody pay them no attention. And they're true. But right now, I'm alive, so hopefully nobody's car being taken. But anyway, so he went on to talk about the type of loan that we were doing. It's a very easy loan to get for business owners, but it's a costly loan. And he was saying that Congress, the way they set the rules up, if you say this, this, and this, it makes it totally legal and totally tax deductible. But if you say it another way or you present it another way on your taxes, then it's a shit show. Excuse my language. And I was just, and I mean, the way he was, oh my God, the way he was flowing, he was citing like laws and ordinances, not ordinances, but what statutes, and and it was just real deep because basically he was saying wealthy people present it this way on their taxes and it's all good. No problem. No worries. You get to write off a lot of the loan. You get to write off all the interest, blah, 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 blah. But if you don't quite put it like this, and a lot of us don't know to put it like that, well, now it's a whole nother energy. I was like, whoa. So, again, having a team, having smart people around you who have the advantages of that type of information. One of my coaches who does not look like me, and she's a high level coach, right? I can tell you some stories about this sister. She's a lighter persuasion guy, but she said to me when she was interviewing me, because she only takes on so many clients, blah, blah, blah. She was saying, Khadijah, you need to come and you need to take my course because there's things you're going to learn here, or you need to let me coach you because there's things you're going to learn in my community that you probably won't learn. And she didn't mean that in no negative way, because see, some people get offended, or what do you mean? Da, 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 da. Listen, I took it as a compliment that sister wanted to share, okay? And she really has a heart to serve. And you want to be around people who have a heart to serve. You want to be around people who care about you. It ain't just about the money, but it's about the experience. Just like when we went to Martha's Vineyard. My sister always says Martha's Vineyard, right? That's where I got my honorary doctorate. Yes, I have an honorary doctorate, and I enjoy it. That's a whole nother. I have to tell that story one day, because at first I didn't even want it. I'm like, what's an honorary? I went to college. I did my time, and I worked for the Department of Education. So I wasn't thrilled about trying to get the doctorate that way, which is nothing wrong with it. I respect people. Oh my God, and I love learning. To be honest with you, I'm surprised I didn't go that route. But I got caught up in the entrepreneur world, in my personal life, and all the drama that happened in my life. So college just didn't kind of fit in that equation for me because I needed to get to the money. Real talk. At some point, I started feeling like college was a game, and I started feeling like college was a hustle. Like real talk. Like, you want me to pay all of this money? There's no guarantee. Oh, but you want to know what's so funny? It's so funny to me that when people want to take the high-level coaching course that I have, and they want to guarantee, but then they got all these degrees, but they ain't got no money. I mean, real talk. Or just, so it's just real funny what we think about success and leveling up. honestly. And there's nothing wrong with asking questions. You want to, get what you pay for, of course. And I don't have no problem with guarantees because I'm gonna tell you something. Some of the worst courses I've taken at the high level didn't have refunds. Now that's not true for all of them, because some of them that didn't have a refund, they didn't have a refund for a reason, and I respected their reason, because they told you when you walk through them doors that if you're not ready, don't walk through the doors, because if you're ready, I'm gonna take you to the next level. So at some point I will have that type of a relationship with some of my clients, but right now it's all good. It's okay. It's just okay. Let's see. Let's see, what else do we need? We need the team, you need the mindset, you need the system. Whew, knowledge. Of course you need some knowledge. Well, we know you need knowledge to win, but that ain't even the number one thing. But let me just talk a little bit about the knowledge. Knowledge and skill set kind of go hand in hand, because whatever it is that you're trying to do, you got to get the skill set to do it. And this is what I tell people. And I think I told my graphic artist earlier, I said, listen, you ain't got to, no, I don't know. No, if you want to make $1 million online, the first thing you got to do is start. That's the first thing you got to do. And you know what? You're probably going to be horrible. You're probably going to mess up. You're probably going to, piss some people off. And some things you're not going to do in excellence. And it is what it is. But you clean it up. Clean it up. Do and learn and keep it moving, right? Get with someone like moi. It ain't got to be me. I may not be your coach, right? I had a gap, I closed it. Maybe you don't like my teeth. You don't like my hair. My nose too pointed, whatever, right? My color too dark. My hair too wild. I'm too radical. Some people need somebody who talks softer, whatever. Find somebody that you connect with. Find somebody who wants to invest in you as much as you're willing to invest in whatever platform that they have. Because I'm all about it's all winning. I got a whole concept that's, like we're gonna make history. Period, point blank. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Another thing that you need to win. I'm getting to this. I'm probably going to share one or two, and then I'm giving you the number one thing. You need to be able to understand the power of creativity and imagination. You need to be able to understand the power of creativity and imagination. See, when you're creative, you're creating. And what you create comes to reality. In your head, in your mind, in your conversation, in your thoughts. Seriously. And a lot of us, we forget. We don't remember to be like little kids. You were a little kid and you just wanted something, and you made it happen. 9 times out of 10, you made it happen as a little kid. Just think about all of us. All of us are walking. None of us, we didn't give up. How many times we failed. Listen, we made it happen, whether mama was there, daddy may not have been there. I don't care who raised you. I don't care where it came. Listen, it don't matter. Somebody pulled you out the garbage. Somebody left you on somebody's doorstep. Don't matter. You walked. You figured it out. You talking. You figured it out, right? It is what it is. We have a natural inclination to win. We are born with it. We're born. Somewhere along the way, we lose it. So you got to get with people who are going to remind you of your brilliance, who's going to remind you of what it takes for you to get to the next level, to remind you to play. You can't just work all the time. You got to have some play in there. You got to have some people who want to play with you. You got to have some people who are going to push you, but push you with love in a loving way, right? So a lot of us, we forget. Oh, my God. And if you're around anybody, which is going to bring me to my next step, negativity. If you got anybody around you who negative, who ain't about you shining, and who bringing you down, draining your energy on any level, even if it's itsy bitsy, get the heck away. Run. Just start running. Next time they come around, just start running. Just run. Because I'm going to tell you something. I've had people in my life who loved me and stood up for me. And, they were there. But, baby, let me tell you something. They were energy drains. They were energy drains. I'm keeping it 100. Like, oh, my God, I used to have to fight for us to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, first we fight and we have fun. No. You done sucked all the energy out the room. But then you want to come back later with flowers. No, 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 no. Listen, let me tell you something. It is so crucial who's in your life and who's speaking life into you. Oh my God. It's so, I can't begin to tell you. I just can't begin to tell you how your entire world would change if you choose powerful people around you who get it, who understand that what they say to you, what they feed into you, what they think about you matters. I can't begin to tell you. Someone said to me, if I would have gotten this person out of my life, they said, your whole world is going to change. I'm already a powerful sister. I'm already doing a daggone thing. I'm already independent. But let me tell you something. When I got certain people out of my space, I'm going to show you how deep this conversation goes, right? My coach, one of my coaches, loved her mother dearly. They talked every day. But her mother was one of a negative type energy, I guess. She had a conversation with her mother because she had a coach tell her the same thing, right? Do you know she didn't talk to her mother for 3 years? She was that serious about wanting to take her life to the next level. But when she was having this conversation, she was on her deathbed. Someone had given this woman like 2 or 3 months to live. I don't want to get into her story, but the short story of it was she met someone on her travels because her husband decided, I'm going to take you around the world. We're going to get a Winnebago. We're going to get an RV, and we about to travel. I'm putting your hospital bed in. We about to travel. And this woman basically, long story made short, told her, you got to get all the negative away from the news because a lot of us watch the news. I got to know what's going on. I got to know I can't tell you the last time I watched the news. On my kid's life, on everything. And I shouldn't say that, but that's the truth. However, I don't even watch Yahoo News. I don't even watch, like every once in a while, something show up on my thing. Like I saw something today. It showed up, it said, Atlanta woman found dead. It showed up on my thing or whatever. And it was something, because I'm subscribed to something inadvertently, right? And my prayers, my heart goes out to this woman, but there's nothing I can do about that. All I did was energetically take me out. And that's what media does. And we have to be smart enough to program our own minds. We have to be smart enough to pay attention to what's happening. Now I'm gonna have to have a whole nother live. I think tomorrow I'm gonna talk about the virus and how you can win because of the coronavirus. That's a whole nother conversation. So let me stay here. So the last thing that I really want to share with you guys, the number one thing that if you put this in your business and inside of your life, you will not. There's no room for discussion. There's no ifs. There's no maybes. And you know what? And I really want to say this before I say that, because I don't want to forget about the Most High. Okay, you got to have a spiritual being, and that should be number one, and it probably is number one, but that wasn't the number one I was gonna give you today. Okay, so we're just gonna say that God is already number one, like He's zero. He's just at the top, and He, she, have whatever you feel your energy around Him. The Most High, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha. Listen, Hindu. Listen, whoever is your spiritual warrior, whoever is your leader of the light. That just goes. We just gonna give that. That's just there, okay? But the number one thing that you need in your business. Does anybody have any guesses what the number one thing is based on what I've said? Is there anybody? You know what? I have a way to be able to connect with Periscope and YouTube and Facebook, but unfortunately, I don't have it set up yet, but it's coming. So my apologies. And I see you. I feel you. I know you out there. And then for those of you who watch the replays, thank you. And share this content, guys. If you find value, share it. And you go to the Radical World Challenge right now and get started. You can wait till the 7th when the other link is going to be dropped. But I'm going to tell you this. Integrity is the number one thing. Integrity. Everything I love. If you really understand the levels of integrity and you live your life with integrity, it is a non-negotiable recipe for you to win on every level. I don't care what Sister them did. I don't care what Pooh. People are always trying to compare. Well, I know such and such, and they doing this, and they got it going on. And da, 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 da. Listen, let me tell you something. You might think they have it going on, or it might look like everything glittering from the outside, but we're talking about you, and we're talking about what it takes for you to win. Because if you're not winning, and maybe you don't have the integrity like Pookie them or whoever you're talking about, then maybe that ain't the role for you. And if you already winning and you don't have integrity, guess what? You ain't gonna win for long. It's just the universe isn't built like that. There's universal laws and principles. And when you really start to understand these dynamics, OMG. OMG. Like, I remember once this guy said he was speaking from the stage, had a great presentation, had a great product, the whole 9 yards. And he said he never really made any money because people knew he was lying or twisting the truth or whatever, right? I ain't gonna say he was lying, but they knew energetically he wasn't the one. I was like, whoa, right? I was like, whoa, when I heard this man speak, I was like, wow. So I've taken some courses, and I took this one course in integrity. Baby, let me tell you, I thought I knew what that word meant until I took this course. If anybody want to know more about that course, hit me up. I'll tell you all about it. Or I can direct you to the course. But it's so many layers to the word integrity. And a lot of times we're out of integrity without realizing that we're out of integrity. And when you're out of integrity, nothing works. Ooh. When you're out of integrity, nothing works. I'm going to give you a personal example. I had a personal relationship with someone when I was younger. And I was out of integrity with myself. When I think back, and I don't really go back into the past a whole lot, but when I think back about some things that happened that showed up, it was all grounded in the integrity not being there. So no one taught me about integrity and character. I mean, these are things you would think, oh, character. Oh yeah, if a guy lies to you, I mean, we know people ain't perfect. I mean, come on, I'm not trying to be that girl. But there's certain things certain boundaries you have to set for yourself, and you have to create for yourself, and that other people know that you ain't no joke. They know that this one right here means real business. So when you stand up for yourself, that's a way of holding integrity. And when you stand up for yourself, other people will show up and stand for you too. And you never lose anything. Because sometimes we lose a love. We're like, oh, and then you're like, oops, some way better, way better comes along. Like, don't ever hold on to something that's not serving you your highest and best good, that does not have integrity. Don't do it. I can't tell you how many people I've coached and counseled who held on to relationships when they let them go. They're like, oh my freaking God, I thought it's 7 billion people on the planet, people. And if this person is not that person for you on every level, I had a great relationship and it was like 90% or 85%. And then at some point I'm like, but I deserve 100%. And I know that you can't get everything from one person. I get that. But what you can get is respect, mutual love, integrity. Keep it 100. Yeah. If you give me your truth, you give me a choice. This is even in business, guys. This is even in health. This is everything, right? But if you're not living with integrity, you're not showing up with integrity, then you take my choice away, because now I'm formulating decisions and opinions based on half truths. So guess what shows up in your life? Half-ass stuff. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this live. I came on a little tardy. I don't really want to go over. I really don't want to go over 20-30 minutes, but this is unscripted. So this is your girl, Dr. Khadija X. Chapman, Coach Me, your radical wealth building strategist. My live launch challenge is happening in a few days, August 7th, next Friday. So we going hard, y'all. And I know I started it before and I got some people in that challenge, but this is a kind of a different week. So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but either way, I won. That's the point. $20,000. I won a business makeover. We're doing a wealth summit. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. And the thing about connecting with people who going somewhere is when you get on the train, when they first start off, it's probably a deeper connection than when they all way up here, like Lisa Nichols. I wish I had the opportunity to work with her when she was kind of just starting out. Not a sister way up here, but it's all good. She's still my sister. But you know what I mean. All right, guys, because I'm turning over from offline to online. So you're going to see me more. I'm going to be here tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and we're going to talk about the virus. And we're going to talk about how to put yourself in a position to win because of this daggone virus. Because I'm going to tell you something, there's some people getting stupidly paid right now. They setting up some things. And, you know, they say the rich get rich and the poor get poor. It's usually because the poor don't know what the heck going on. They just like, oh, it's a virus. Oh, I got to get vaccine. Oh, what am I going to do? Oh, I can't travel. Oh, I got to put a mask on. All right, guys, listen. If you want to understand a little bit of the game that's being played right now in the economic side of things, meet me here tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and I'm going to share some more details with you. I'm going to go on a little radical rant. I may piss some people off tomorrow, but real talk, I'm going to go there. Get your big girl bridges on, your big girl panties, your big boy boxes, and meet me here at 7. Thank you guys so much. Peace, love, and light. I love you. I love spending time with you. This is my passion. I am the founder of the Millionaires Matrix, a wealth building platform designed to engineer more Black millionaires. We gonna make history. And like I always like to say, tag, you're it. Because we gonna play in these industries. So I'm gonna show you how to get to 6 or 7 figures a month. Literally. Okay, this is some real talk. Like, you know, I ain't just telling you something I don't know and haven't done for myself. So we'll talk more about that later. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Peace and love. Uh-oh. Live viewers comment show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on the comment. Maybe there is a way to... I got to figure out how to get StreamYard so I can see people showing up live. I'm going to play with that later. All right, guys. Got to go. Bye-bye.